Hello, my dear students. Wish all of you are fine. I'm your course teacher, Ifatara Jahan. And today our discussion topic is actually our part 2, biscuit and cookies. In our previous class, we have already read about the introductory part, that what is biscuit, what is cookies, what is the difference between them, and lots of types. Today we will know about the manufacturing process of biscuits. So let's get started. First of all, you have to know what is the principle of biscuit making actually. You already know that in your previous class, or if I remind you that it was in your first class, that there is a principle of baking, and the same thing actually the baker confectionaries principle will be applied in case of biscuit. That is the four major processes: mixing, forming, baking, and packing. And if you go for the process, it's like that. There are six types of or six steps of biscuit making process. First of all pre-mixing, mixing, forming, baking, cooling, and packaging. And you can check there are some points that is given in the title of pre-mixing or mixing. It's actually what happened there, or what will be function of these steps that actually given there. For example, in pre-mixing process, you have to prepare all the ingredients that you want to add there. Okay, and mixing process, you will mix the ingredient. And forming by using some equipment, for example, laminator, gauge rolls, sheet reduction, cutter. This is all of the names of equipments that will be used for forming process. Then your biscuit go for baking, then it will go for cooling channel, and after that it will go for packaging. And here are some things that actually used for packaging. For example, metal detectors, stickers, print sandwiching, wrapping, printing, cartoon sealing. All of the things actually are used in packaging, and just you have the idea, or you are taking some ideas through these different kinds of materials, that how this process is worked in that step. So that is our actually biscuit manufacturing process, that our six: pre-mixing, mixing, forming, baking, cooling, and packaging. Then if you go for that, actually whenever we go for industries mixing, what will be the variation in that part? So in industrial mixing, there are some things that actually vary in industry to industry. If you go for this chart, or we can say that where actually varied in industries. For example, it can vary in raw materials, and it can vary in rotary molder or any kinds of molding machine actually. But the other things, that cooling, mixing, baking, all of the things are same, but they are varied with the raw materials and the molding process or shape of the biscuit. And due to that raw materials, actually our biscuits taste is varied between industries. And actually it is a biscuit production layout, how the industry actually set up in any kinds of area or production area, which kinds of machines used there. This is a flowchart. For example, first of all, there will be mixer, then there will be laminator. It's kinds of machines that in mixer machine, their doughs are prepared, and laminator machine, these dough are actually flattened or prepared the sheet. And there were some gauze rolls where the flattened sheet are thinner. Okay, that what kinds of thickness you want to your cookies or biscuits with that gauze roll, you will give that. It kind of roll or a rolling pin. And then molder cutter, that what kinds of mold you want to get or you want to give in your biscuits. Then your oven is set. After that, from the oven it go for cool conveyor or cooling conveyor. For cooling, after the cooling conveyor or till the cooling conveyor, your biscuit is fully prepared now. Now it will go for packing. Before that, it will go for stacker or stacker machines. We also say that. What is actually stacker? Stacker actually some kinds of machines that is stick your biscuits. So how it's that? For example, if it is a biscuit pack, then we get here almost 12, 13 or 14 biscuits. Okay, so that is a steak. Through the machines, this steak is prepared. Like here, I want to give 6 biscuits. Okay, 6 biscuit will be steak, and after that, these go in a packaging machine and it will be wrapped. Okay, so it goes for packaging machines, and after that it go for your retailer or your storage sector. Okay, so that is the actually combination, that is mixer. Then it's like that. After in that shape, that will be laminator. Then some, these gauze roll actually vary. In some industries the gauze rolls can be one, some can be two, some can be three. Then your molder will be set up, then your oven. It's in case of biscuit and cookies, mostly we use tunnel oven. Okay. After that, that is your cooling conveyor belt. From that, it will go for staker machines. Then it will be packed. Then it will be go for your retailer or your storage sector. So actually that is the main thing that we are going to read. And I summarize all the materials or all the topics there with some small description. Now in these steps, what happened actually, I will go for in details. So first of all, preparation of ingredients, or we can also say that is the pre-mixing stage. What you have to do there? That is flour shifting. That means if there is any foreign particles, that it will be removed through flour shifting, or you can also say the flour sieving. Then if you use grinding or icing sugar, you will grind the sugar. If you want to use normal sugar, then there is no need of that process. But in case of cookies, we mostly use grinded sugar or icing sugar. Then if you want to give flavor there, then you will prepare that. SMP means skim milk powder. If you want to use skim milk powder, you also shift that. Okay, or you have to shift that there is no lumps or any kinds of foreign particles. And if you want to other ingredients in your cookies or biscuits, you have to prepare that in that step. So your pre-mixing process is finished, then your mixing process. In case of mixing process, actually it is done by 3 stages. Okay, it is done by 3 stages. In stage 1, it is, we can say that 1 stage, 2 stage, or 3 stages. That actually 3 different kinds of stages. It's not like that. In 1 stage, that is first, second, third. Okay, it's like that. It's stage 1. There is the 1 mixing process. 2 stage, there will be another mixing process, and 3 stage, there will be another mixing process. So in case of 1 stage or all in one mixing process, it's like that all of the ingredients you have to add once. Okay, then you have to mix or prepare the dough. Normally hard dough is used by this method. In case of 2 and 3, actually these 2 processes mostly used for cookies. So in stage 2 stage mixing process, first of all you have to prepare cream, and all ingredients are added with water and mix 4 to 5 minutes except for flour. And then in second step, you have to add flour with, if you want to give any kinds of chemicals or you want to give any kinds of flavor, then you can add it second stage for preparing the dough. Then our 3 stage mixing. In that process, in stage 1, we add mainly fat, sugar with other ingredients. If you want to use milk, chocolate, or honey, okay, or cream. With water, we prepare cream actually in that stage. And in stage 2, we use actually chemical flavor. If you want to add color, okay, then you have to add this stage. And stage 3, finally, you are going to use flour there. Okay, so what is the difference between stage 2 and 3? Actually, in stage 2, you added flavor color in your creaming stage or flour stage. Okay, in any kinds of stage that you wish. But in case of 3 stage process, normally we use chemical or flavor in our second stage. We mentioned that. And before using that, we use water. That by mixing the flour flavor drops or any kinds of chemicals we use or mixed with water, then we use that. Okay, then that is our mixing process. And if you go for that figure, it is actually you can check it, that is a batch system for mixing. Okay, if it is a batch system mixing, then what happened there? It's actually like the flowchart like that. Okay, so you already know from your cake section what is batch and continuous mixing. Okay, So if you go for that, that is it's prepared by one after another batch. What happened there? First of all, there is a powder tank where sugar and flour is used, and another tank is liquid tank where ghee, syrup, water, or if you want to use any other things of materials, you will, that is like liquid, it is used here. Then both of the things is come here, mixtures or mixing section. Then there is a motor there which continuously move, and that powder and liquid will be mixed and prepare a smooth dough. After that, it will be discharged in a bowl, or if you say if any kinds of large equipment, from where it will go for shaping or molding. So that was our mixing. If you go for forming section, I already mentioned that there will be something that will give the shape to the cookies. So there is actually three things. That is first of all laminator, then gauze roller stand, then rotary cutter. And I have added 4 videos with your lectures there, and videos is also given in your VLC. Please check that videos, and then you will be more clear about that process. Okay, with my lectures, and you can involve more. So in case of laminator, what happened there? It actually like a roller. It's a roller just like that. Like you can also think about that it like a rolling pin of your porota dough. Okay, that how we prepare roti. Just like that, it will be laminated, which will roll the dough in shapes. Okay, that flatten the dough. That means if we think that it's a roller and it's a flour dough, then whenever that flour dough going through that laminator or under that laminator, it will prepare the sheet like that. But this sheet will be thick. Okay, from that flour dough, it will prepare like a sheet by this laminator, but that will be a thick sheet. Okay, that will be a thick sheet like that, and it can be horizontal or vertical types, depend on your industry or in your machines. Then there will be gauze roller stand. So what is the function of that gauze roller stand? There will be like these kinds of rollers. In some industries there is one, in some industries there are trees. So what is the function? This flour sheet, that is thick flour sheet, it will go under that roller. Okay, and whenever it go under that roller or over that roller, what happened there? Now this sheet will be thinner than before, as required for your biscuit or cookies. Okay, it is a thick one, and here it will be thinner by desired shape by that roller. It will be continuously rotating. Okay, so it's called like it will be series of roll pairs, or it can be one. It's the function of gauze roll stand. Then these sheets then go for cutter section. So if you think that there is a rotary cutter and there are some shapes like that, whenever this sheet go under that rotary cutter, the biscuit will be prepared like that. Okay, and in some rotary cutters there are some side shapes where this extra dose is go to another section, or some that these biscuits go in the tunnel oven. Okay, under that tunnel oven, and there is another part over that rotary cutter that these kinds of sheets or the extra dough of that sheet will be go over there, and it will be go another section. And your videos also mention it. You can, whenever you check that, you will more clear about that, and I will also clear it in your next image actually. So that was our functions of images, or our you say that what is the function of our machines. And if you think that the what will be the shape giving process, actually you were giving shape, I already mentioned that it is just written there how that shape is given. Like the soft dough is first made flat to make sheets, then it compressed under series of rollers, that is gauze rolls, and that is the function of actually laminator. Then this compressed dough sheets now go for if you want to use any kinds of topping, that you can use there, or these sheets is go for rotary cutter. Okay, and that is your rotary cutter. Okay, and here the biscuits actually given the shapes of cutting. Okay, and from rotary cutter it will be go directly in ovens. Okay, and in your ovens, as I mentioned, your oven is mostly a tunnel oven are used in case of biscuit and cookies, especially for automatic biscuit making machines or automatic machine industries or food processing industries. And in case of baking section, actually we can divide it in different section, or in this section we can divide again 3 section. For example, first of all puffing, then baking, and then coloring. That means your temperature will be vary these 3 sections. Okay, first of all, whenever your biscuit will be just enter to the tunnel oven, that is called puffing section. The temperature will be 180 or 200 degrees centigrade. Here your cookies will be puffed. Then it go for baking sections. Okay. Here the cookies will be baked. That temperature is 230 to 280. That coloring section temperature almost the same within this range. Okay, not more than that. And here the biscuit will get the color. And after that coloring section, it will just go for cooling of biscuits or cooling section. From that is tunnel oven, it's just with that conveyor belt, it go to packaging section actually. Whenever it go for packaging section, under the within this time, the biscuit is automatically cooled. Okay, and here something I mentioned, for example, moisture content of biscuits, it depends actually, it can vary 1.8%, or we have read already that it can be 5 or 8%. Then the temperature of biscuit will be 90 to 100 degrees centigrade during cooling, and it's actually the temperature of biscuit whenever it's just out of the oven, then you can cool that biscuit till 45 degrees centigrade, not more than that. Then it will get more moisture and it will be spoiled so fast. Okay, and after cooling, quality control actually measured or tested, then it go for packaging section. Okay, before go to packaging section, I want to just show you something, that what kinds of change actually happen in baking section. Okay, there are some physical changes like formation of crust, melting of fat, you know that, gas expansion, water converted into steam, and we already said that zones are actually classified: heating, baking, and coloring zone. Then our chemical changes happen: gas formation, gelatinization, and protein change, and some of the sugars are caramelized, like that. These kind of changes actually happen in baking. Then the biscuits for cooling section, it go for packaging. Here it depends on your wish. You will wrap the biscuit, or you will cartoon it, you will seal it, or how will be your packing. It will be single packed, or it can be 25 gram, it can be 400 gram, it can be 500 or 1 kg. It totally up to the industries. So that was actually your full process, and here is some videos are given with your VLC, and these also given. Please check that. It will be very much helpful for your understanding how the machines actually function. So thank you very much, and that's all for today. Allah Hafiz.